Quick video on how to replace upstream oxygen sensors on a 2005 Dodge Magnum 3.5 liter engine. Okay, let's find them and let's get started. Here's the motor, two oxygen sensors on each side, bank 1 and bank 2, and each has an upstream and a downstream. The ones I'm replacing are the upstream. I'm going to sneak in here and see if we can get it on camera. It is right in there on the exhaust system, just enough room to get your hand in there. That's the driver side. Passenger side, a little trickier to reach. I should have done this one a couple of weeks ago when I had the upper intake manifold off. I'm going to turn sideways to get a better look. That sucker's right in there. A lot tougher than the other side. Okay, let's see what we're going to use. Alright, here's what we need for this job. Bought these oxygen sensors on Rock Auto. Denso was recommended to me by the mechanic shop that deals with our work vehicles. Comes with a sensor and some anti-seize, which you want to put on the threads when you put this in if you ever hope to get it out again. And you should consider a tool like this. Problem with the oxygen sensor is the wiring harness sticking out of it. So this tool here fits around, see it has a slot on the side, so it fits around the wiring harness, and the socket part fits over the nut, so to speak, on the oxygen sensor, and then you can put your extension and use the socket on that side. So highly recommended. So here's what we need. Let's get the first one. Okay, I've disconnected the harness and I got the tool on down there and my extension and my socket. About to reach my hand in the back where I have the flashlight. Easiest way to get your arm in there. But anyway, quick tip on the harness. You can see on the new one, the old one was a little tricky to dismantle. I wasn't quite sure how to do it. But if you see on the front right here, this little tab, if you watch what happens when I push this tab, you can see how the tab flexes, and there's some kind of lock inside the other part that's attached to the motor, let's say. So you have to push hard on that, on the old connector, when you separate both pieces. So I'm going to turn the camera off while I get the sucker out. Okay, here's the old and new from the driver's side. Old on the right, new on the left. So I'm about to install the new one, and remember, don't forget that anti-seize compound. If yours doesn't come with it, do yourself a favor, buy some and get some on there. Just a light coating, and you definitely do not want to get it on the sensor, only on the threads. Let's install this. Okay, passenger side now. The harness is disconnected and my handy dandy wrench is in there, or that socket I should say. I know it's hard to see, so let me get that sucker out of there. Okay, here's a little bit of a close-up of the new one going in. Just wanted to show you where it was located. I can just about reach my hand in there. And again, you always want to get these started by hand. You do not want to start stripping any threads on this kind of stuff or spark plug holes. Alright, we'll get it going. So I'm going to hand tighten it as far as I can and then get my tool in there and finish the job and then reconnect the harness. Just a quick look at how the tool works. So as you tighten, see it's kind of, you're not exactly centered over the unit because your extension is sitting to one side, but still, because of the wiring harness, unless you could get a box end wrench in there, I can't see how else you do it, honestly. So this little thing is great. I think it cost me like $7 on Amazon. Alright, let me finish up. Okay, job done. Here are both old sensors. I think they're causing me a problem. I've had a long-standing problem with the code P300. That's proving difficult to resolve. And here's that tool and what it looks like in action. See how the slot in the side you can use to get around the wiring harness. Like that. And then the business end fits around this just like a regular socket would. Don't know how I would have done it without this thing, because there sure is not enough room in there for a box end wrench. Not a high quality tool, don't get me wrong, but perfect for this job. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get the Magnum back on the road.